baby alpacas, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here today, my name is Mystique and welcome to the magical rainbow alpaca. So if you've been a follower of my channel for the past 2 years, you'll be very aware that I am MIA quite often. There are times where I am posting, and then there are times where I don't post for months and months and months. And that's pretty much been the norm for my channel for a while. I just haven't been inspired to post or to make videos or be creative. And it's really only been like within the past 2 days where I've addressed things within myself, and now I feel good to be creative and to post and just watch. In like 2 months I'll be like, I can't do it anymore, and I'll be gone for like another 6 months, who knows, I don't know. But anyways, I'm here, I'm back for now. I want to tell you about my healing journey and what I've kind of been learning in the past little bit and what I'm currently trying to learn right now. You may want to get some popcorn or a snack because I don't know how long this is gonna be. I'm gonna try and make this short and sweet-ish. But let me tell you, I've been learning a lot of shit, so I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try my best. But if it turns out to be longer, I'm sorry. But anyways, let's quit dragging on this intro and make it go on forever and ever and ever and ever. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, there's a lot of things that I've been working on right now that I'm trying to help and heal myself by doing. In the past, my parents were super critical of me. It's funny how psychology works, but the more that like you criticize something or someone criticizes you or makes you feel bad about something, the more you're gonna do it. And that's something that's kind of like baffling, is because you would think that if you're getting mad at something that you would be more inclined to fix it, but you're not. It's literally psychologically like ingrained in the head. That's how the brain works. I don't know why, but that is literally how it is. I've forgiven them for that, and I know they were probably just wanting me to be the best that I could be, whatever, I don't know. My parents were super critical, and they definitely did things that they shouldn't have done. There's many ways that they treated me that is not okay, and how they treated me, my upbringing with my parents and how they treated me influenced my upbringing and who I became as an adult. Because of how critical they were of me, I became critical of me to continue the narrative. And this caused me to be super critical of other people as well, because I felt inferior because my parents influenced me to feel that way. So basically, I always felt inferior of everybody else. And so this led me to be super judgmental, super critical, and I honestly, in the past 2 years, I have been super hard on myself for that. And I just couldn't figure out why I could not stop doing that. I didn't like it. I hated that part of me, but something I learned recently is that you need to, I literally learned this like yesterday. When I say recently, I've literally been working on today and yesterday, is that you have to forgive the things about yourself that you hate. And then when you're fully forgiven it, you're at peace with it, it's like it releases. It's no longer within your being. And I find that like so crazy. You would think that the more you strive to get rid of it, that you would eventually get rid of it. But it's just as easy as being like, you know what, I'm at peace with me being like this. And then for some reason, it just unlatches something and releases it. And that's what I did with my creativity. And that's why I'm feeling creative. It's so weird because I was so hard on myself for not being creative. Like we all can be. So many of us are critical of ourselves and shame ourselves. And little did we know that this is actually what is creating our resistance. All we needed to do is just forgive ourselves for those traits being there. We all have flaws. The thing is that you have to forgive yourself for these flaws. As soon as you do, I literally mean this, no matter how many times I'm gonna say this, they go away. It's like they evaporate or something. It's so weird. It's so weird. Last night, I was working on different parts of my body that I have not been a fan of. There was like a certain part of my face I had like this muscle in my cheek that was super prominent and just made my laugh lines so apparent. It didn't make my face look how I wanted it to look. I came to peace with it last night and bam, woke up and it was gone. And I was like, this is crazy. If you're doing this self-forgiveness and you're also doing subliminals, you'll be like a mastermind at changing your appearance and changing yourself. It is blasphemy. I can't believe this is real life. I think it's so important that we all do this. It's like day and night once you do it. Once you finally forgive something or at peace with it, it like changes your life significantly forever. 2 years ago, I initially started this healing journey that I'm on. And something actually like catapulted me into starting this. There was a certain person I met, certain undesirable events transpired. This person came to be my catalyst, and something I've come to learn is that he is a part of my soul contract to come together in this lifetime just so he could be my catalyst. Something that I've kind of had the intuitive feeling of is that I also was his catalyst. And something funny is that I've actually never spoken or talked to this person ever again. After the catalyst initiation, it took me quite a while to get over the fact that I was not talking to this person, but now I've come to a place where honestly I'm basically over it and I'm ready to move on, move forward, go live my best life and not think about them. He helped me understand and learn my worthiness because he treated me so poorly. The reason why I bring this up now, even though that happened 2 years ago, is because I've been working through it for 2 years. I've been working through my worthiness because of what this person did. I mean, in the beginning, I was just like a crying mess and I couldn't get over it, but it's just like, this person really helped me understand things within myself. And it's so crazy that a certain event just like kept triggering me and triggering me and triggering me and made me reflect onto different aspects of myself over and over in different ways that made me realize different things about myself. This person really made me like realize why I sought out validation from guys, and also how I felt inferior for all the guys that I actually liked, and how I felt insignificant, how I felt rejected, how I felt unloved. This person unraveled so many different feelings that I had that were stuck within my mind, like my subconscious mind, and in my body that I just wasn't aware of, and it just kept unraveling and unraveling and unraveling, and there were so many things. And it's crazy that one event could just do this. It's one person, one event. It just kept circling like back and back and back for me to look at, and I was just like, oh wow, here's something new to learn about it, and something new and another thing. So because of trauma that I've gone through in my life, I have become very disassociated because I felt so much negative emotions and traumatic energy in my body. Basically came to a place where it's not safe to be in my body because all I ever feel is pain and awful emotions. So I don't want to be in it. So I just want to like detach and not be in my body. Like, I hate it. It's awful. It makes living really hard. So I've been working on things to help me like ground myself. I know you can just like go outside and like ground yourself, but for me, because I'm so dissociative, it's not enough. Like I can go outside for like, I don't know, 5 hours and then go inside for like 30 minutes and then I'll be back to disassociating. Disassociating is a mental issue. It has to be resolved by working through limiting beliefs that you have in your subconscious mind, which is what I've been doing. I'm trying to make myself live more in the moment. I'm trying to teach myself that I'm safe to live in the moment. I've literally been saying affirmations of I am safe. Been like within the past couple days where I'm really trying to like allow for life to happen. Allow myself to be the way I am. And that's really the only way to get those major manifestations to come in, is when you are in allowance, right? Because that means that you're open to receiving because you're honestly allowing whatever to happen. What's meant to happen is gonna happen. Honestly, the law of attraction is just one big mind fuck to me, to be honest. I'm just like, a lot of the things, how the law of attraction works is just like a giant big oxymoron. It literally doesn't make sense, but that's the way it is. I was a person who subconsciously needed to control everything. I needed to control every aspect of my life, because for most of my life I'd felt so helpless because I'd had all of this shitty trauma handed to me on a silver platter. And so like when you're handed so much trauma at a young age, you don't know that is for a higher purpose in that moment. Because what I learned is that people who go through more trauma usually have a higher path. When you go through trauma and you heal it, you grow empowerment and you grow wisdom within you. When people are going through trauma, at the moment it just feels so awful and you just don't know how to bear it. But as you move through it and you heal it, you actually learn that it serves a purpose and it helps you evolve as a soul. Over the past couple of weeks, I have also been addressing my anger. For any of you who do not know, I have had an anterior tilt in my hip. It honestly was to a point where it was super painful to sleep. And it has been this way for a very, very long time, like 2 years. It feels like a death trap. Your back literally feels like a death trap. It's awful. And any way you move, it just causes you pain. But essentially, this is caused by tightening muscles in various places. And what I have come to learn is that these various places that have become tight and given me an anterior tilt is because of anger. And if you were treated poorly, like I was treated poorly throughout my life and my childhood, people never really saw my value. You have been through a life where no one seems to know your value or worth. Your inner child will become enraged. This creates anger, and that creates tense muscles. Over the past couple of weeks, I have been addressing different places where my inner child has been angry and things that I've been angry at. I've been angry at my mom. I've been angry at my stepdad. I've been angry at my exes. I've been angry at myself. When I was diving deeper into what all the different specifics were of my anger, all the feelings of anger have different frequencies, so they all feel different. So whether it be you're mad, you're angry, you're annoyed, you're outraged, you're furious, you're frustrated. So if you're having to go through things that you're angry about, you're gonna want to cycle through the different emotions of anger until you feel one that actually releases. Because as I said, there's more than one way that your inner child can be angry. The kind of tricky thing about anger is that it's a secondary emotion. So what that means is that it's actually a cover, like a band-aid, for a more vulnerable emotion that's underlying underneath. A very common one that I've had is worthless. These are going to be emotions that are usually pretty sad. It honestly devastates me that at 12 years old I felt worthless and I felt defeated. It just makes me so sad because no teenagers, no person at all should have to feel that way, but like flippin' 12-year-old should not be having to feel and be in the wallows of dark despair and agony. And it just makes me so sad that that was me. I've come to a place where I've accepted it, forgiven it, but for most of it. It takes a while to forgive everything, and I've only been doing it for the past 2 days. I'll get there eventually, and when I do, I will feel fantastic, even more than I do right now. Basically, the last point I want to touch on today, because I've noticed that my video is a little bit longer than I was wanting, I am working on becoming more secure in myself. When you become more secure in yourself, then you're validated by yourself. That makes it so that you don't seek validation outside of yourself. And that's what causes so many problems in our society. That's where addiction comes from. That's where people pleasing comes from. You don't want to be in that place because then you don't feel fulfilled as a person. And when you come into a place where you can validate yourself, you feel more wholesome and you know that you're whole as a person and you don't need anything else to complete you. So by doing this, I have literally just been like forcing myself to sit in the frequency of being secure in myself. There's so many different aspects about myself that I'm trying to get myself to be more secure about. Honestly, I think you become unstoppable when you are not insecure about really anything about yourself. I think it makes it so that you basically can combat anything life throws at you when you're secure in yourself. I've been trying to get myself to be more secure about my intuition and trusting what I feel, because there's been so many times where I've felt something and it's been right, like so many times. I'm trying to get myself to feel more secure about emotions. Having dated a narcissist who ridiculed whenever I spoke about my emotions because he said I was being over dramatic. Trying to feel secure in communication. It's coming. It's getting there. It's getting there. Growing up in Christianity and having that Christian background definitely took its toll in whether or not I feel secure in my beliefs, but now I've come to a place where I'm pretty secure in my beliefs. No one can really like sway me into thinking that my beliefs are wrong or not true, because they're true for me. So I've really come to a place where I've resolved that. Another one is my intelligence. I already know that I'm pretty intelligent. My brain is basically like an encyclopedia. I am always dishing out fun facts to people all the time. I'm always trying to help people with the knowledge I have. I'm secure in my ability of regulating my emotions. I'm really trying to become secure in my boundaries. It's growing more and more every day. Having been a person who felt insignificant, you feel like your boundaries honestly don't matter. That was me. I literally let everyone walk all over me. I let so many people use me. It made me very, very angry inside to be taken advantage of over and over and over and over. I'm becoming more secure in my boundaries. It definitely still needs more work. I'm definitely aware of that, but it's a process to go from being everyone's doormat to not letting anybody fuck with you. And then I have becoming more secure in my worthiness, which is definitely growing each and every day. And then I have security in my voice. And I think this is definitely the one where I have been struggling the most, because it has to do with my insignificance and me feeling like my voice doesn't matter and my voice is insignificant and I can't speak up for myself, because back when I was with my parents, if I would speak up, I would be punished. I've had a blocked throat chakra for a while. It would really make life so much easier if I can actually like talk to people instead of like hide in a corner, or instead of hiding in a corner, just like never ever leave my bedroom. I would love to socialize again at some point in my life. This video went on a little bit longer than I wanted, but if you're still here, I love you so much because you are a true fan, or you just have a passion for healing. I really kind of wanted to put videos like this on YouTube because I think it's so important to show the whole journey of healing and not just the end, because honestly the most beautiful part of our journey of life is, if you're on a healing journey, the process of healing yourself from feeling dead inside to feeling so alive and ready to thrive. The caterpillar can't turn into the butterfly unless it has its time as being a cocoon. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you are not yet a baby alpaca, hit that subscribe button and join the baby alpaca family. And until next time, my baby alpacas, I love you all so much. Until next time, bye.